We are here hiking up the Undermountain Trail where it will intersect the Riga Junction, or the Appalachian Trail at Riga Junction, in a little less than 2 miles. I am again with my hiking buddy MP3.
Hey.
And we just came from that little path of Mountain Laurel Trail over there. So we are now heading upwards to the Appalachian Trail.
Those look cool.
Apparently the shelf fungi, the mushrooms, look like crackers. They're crackers or something to eat when we get hungry in the woods.
Probably poisonous.
Probably poisonous, indeed. Not going to try it. We brought food with us. We're starting to go into a cloud, I believe. So there'll be great views today. We are hiking up the Undermountain Trail still. I'm in my blue coat that I actually just got from REI for a good price in the resupply, which is like a down type jacket. So layering and definitely getting warm already and definitely getting into the clouds. The Appalachian Trail is somewhere up there, but I've been hiking with my full pack on today and haven't done that yet. This is the first day I'm doing that, and when I was walking up fairly flat section, definitely feeling pretty confident what's in there, even though, as I mentioned in the last video, I was way over the weight that I wanted to be. But I was feeling pretty good on the flat section. My knees were behaving okay. Not that I've had issues with them before or anything like that, but you start feeling it on the uphill, and this is a little bit steeper of an uphill section that we've been climbing up. So that's the uphill, and then we have downhill. So anyway, a great day for a hike, even though it's a little bit foggy, and we're enjoying it. Stop here for a little bit of a snack maybe, and water, and we'll keep on trekking. We've got to capture a moment of this brook. Enjoy the peace and sound of nature. This is fun, and I'm so glad to be doing this right now.
Yeah.
So thrilled to be hiking this trail to the Appalachian Trail. I don't know, something about the AT that just makes me so happy. Maybe it's also hiking. Maybe it's both. I love it out here. Right now I'm envisioning some of the videos of hikers that I've watched in previous years, or really this year, and just binge watched them all, walking up hills and just breathing hard and being like, will this hill ever end? But overall it's really, really fun, like you said. But it's funny because I just think of these moments of these 2 hiker vlogs that I've watched and enjoyed, being like, well, I'll know how that feels soon, and well, I guess I know how that feels. But the trade-off is being out here, which is such a high trade-off. It is a good trade-off, I mean. So, yeah. It's a sign. We've come to a sign. Yeah.
Huh.
What does the sign say?
Okay.
To AT and Bear Mountain.
Yeah. Left.
And who knows what the Paradise Group area is. It's for Paradise Group people. We're going to the AT. Onward.
Okay.
It is layer shedding time. Layer has been shed. I'm down to my 2 base layers here. And I have 2 base layers. And I almost want to take off my thermal pants here because I have my leggings underneath and I have shorts, but I think I'm going to avoid doing that right now. It's still about 35 degrees outside, but I'm hiking up this big hill and I am warm. So hopefully having this layer will make me not so warm. Let's keep on trekking. One thing I am thankful for being warm right now is that I know that my clothes will keep me warm, that I don't have to worry extra hard about staying warm because my clothes are working, and I warmed up really quickly doing this uphill. So yay for that. That's a good part of this shakedown experience, with that knowledge and that confidence booster that brings, having warm clothing.
Another piece of cheese.
A little snack break, a little Cliff Bar that I got. First Cliff Bar of the box that I got broken into. Gonna send it right through the middle of this. The trail is a river.
And the trail is a stream. Row, row, row your boat.
Gently down the stream, the trail. Merrily, 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 merrily.
Yeah. Here's the culprit right here. The water source, good water source.
That is a good water source. Need some water? Not the one that's sitting in the trail that everybody's walked through, but the one that's coming from the side of the trail.
Right. More.
That's a good water source too.
Yeah.
Yay for water. Alright, the trail's not so much a river anymore. Except the one that we have to ford.
No. You know what?
Some ice. Ice and mud and rivers on the trail. Just reaffirmed my decision to go with boots by stepping into one of those rivers. And my feet didn't get wet, and they would have if I was wearing trail runners, so I feel like I'm reaffirming my decision to go with boots, at least so far. There's definitely some patches of ice, patches of mud, patches of all of the above, patches of fog because we're in a cloud, but well, that's the trail life. Let's keep on trekking. So at the beginning of this shakedown hike, I was kind of nervous about my pack weight, and I still am a little bit. Weighing in at 36 pounds yesterday when I was at REI. We got to the river and the trail again. So still conscious of that. Still hope that we'll be able to snidge, is that a word? I don't know where that came from. Lighten the load a little bit more, which would be great. But it might actually be about the same as it is right now anyway, because of the food and such that we'll have to add. But anyway, my point is that I was feeling doubtful about the pack weight and such at the beginning of this hike today, and while I'm still conscious of it, I feel much better now that I've been hiking for, I don't know, a mile or a little more, and I feel good. So some good things to start the day at least, and we'll keep rolling with that. And we're high enough to get patches of snow in the clouds as well. I love snow, as long as there's not too much of it on the trail.
Yeah. You see
Let's
this?
cross.
Brian, this is a footprint. Okay.
That is a footprint.
Yeah, that means people have walked around there.
Yeah.
Leave a trace.
Well, I don't want to leave a trace.
I know you don't.
You're getting...
I'm gonna...
All right, so MP3 here is gonna try to ford this flooded trail. Think he's ready.
All right. You get high top boots, higher top boots, and longer legs. But it is what it is.
It's what it is.
I have to do it, even if my boots get a little wet.
Hope they don't get too wet.
They get very wet. Woo. Oh, there's a rock. There's a hard place. Rock and a hard place. Uh-oh. Yeah. All right. Doing what we have to do. That can be done with noise.
Love it.
I hope my Gore-Tex boots are working.
I hope so too. Mine work with the slightly underwater ones.
All right.
You made it. Hello.
Yes, sir. I did. Yeah.
Through the clouds. Through the clouds. I see 2 sideways or horizontal bars, which means the end of the trail. And then there's a sign, and it is Riga Junction. Riga Junction, Appalachian Trail. Summit Bear Mountain, 9.9 miles. Lion's Head, 2.4. See a white blaze, you, yay! Welcome to the Appalachian Trail in the state of Connecticut. Some have already started it way down in Georgia and are just that way, a little ways. There's MP3.
Hey, we made it.
We made it to the AT.
Pretty level now, I think. All right.
There's MP3 on that side of the river there. And I'm going to walk across this bridge. It's beautiful over here.
Spoiled with that bridge.
We did get spoiled with that bridge. That's not bad.
Woo! Now we have to do some
We are arriving at Bassy Brook Shelter. This is a brand new shelter, and it was built May
I just fell in the brook.
of 2023.
I just fell in back to change out.
Oh yeah, definitely changed it. Are you spending the night? Pardon? Are you spending the night here?
We are leaving the foggy Appalachian Trail in a cloud, and we have reached the Riga shelter and campsites. So now we're going to go find the shelter. That says water, stoves only, no fires. So should be right down here. We have a brand new Riga shelter here, built in 2023. Very nice. And there's the really beautiful view that we can see right now. The first thing you should do when you arrive at the shelter is set up your sleep system, especially before it gets dark too. So I am thinking about where to set up my hammock. I haven't set it up yet before. This will be my first time setting up the whole system. So I'm looking at a place to do that. And then it'll be ready before it gets dark and before I get cold. I'll have a warm place to go. Still a wonderful view over there. Must set up the hammock when it is warm, and the first thing is the ProFly rain tarp that I got from REI just yesterday to replace my heavier rain tarp that I had. So now I'm going to try to set this up. My attempt at a camera setup. Getting a little dark, but I set my rain fly up, and now I'm setting up the hammock. But it's kind of too dark to see now, so I'll show the whole setup in the morning when it gets lighter. But this is why we set up camp first, so you can still see before it gets dark. I do have a headlamp that I can use, but pull that out if needed. But I think we're good here. Guys, it is so foggy out right now. I'm following the sign that said privy, but I can barely see anywhere because it's super duper foggy. and it's really hard to find out where I'm going, and I don't want to go too much farther to find this privy, because I can get lost out here. It's really hard to see. Well, y'all, it's super dark. I got my hammock system set up. I'll have to show it in the morning because it's way too dark right now. But got my snacks now and going to get the stove going for dinner. It's about 6 o'clock right now, but it's pitch dark because it is January. Got my setup ready to go here, ready to cook. So I'm currently inside my hammock, and I'm inside my sleeping liner, my sleeping bag liner, which is 15-degree liner, and then that is inside my new Nemo thermo sleeping bag, which you can see right here. And then the next layer is my hammock outer wall, which is right here. You can kind of see that, and I'm sealing that up. Top is above netting. Outside of the hammock wall, right here, there is the underquilt, which I'm actually just like this over my hammock setup. So I'm snapping that into place. So I'm in like a cocoon there over my hammock and sleeping bag. And then above me here, I have the windsock, which adds a little bit of extra protection from, and adds a little bit bigger cocoon. And then above that windsock is the rain tarp. So it's a nice setup here. Hey, you all, Scary Eagle here. It is nighttime, just past 7 o'clock or so, and it is time to be in my cocoon and prepare for sleep, as it is right about hiker midnight, as they call it. So I'm here at the Riga campsite in my hammock cocoon. This is the first night I've spent in my hammock setup. I'll show you all in the morning more details of how it's set up, but so far I'm really happy with it and I'm really comfy. I love the comfort of my hammock, and first night on trail in my hammock set up, and so far I feel really comfy and I already feel warm. So hopefully I don't get too warm overnight. I guess if I do, I can like slide out of like my liner and other things if I get too warm, or even open up my bag a little bit because it allows that for extra ventilation. So I just don't want to wake up like sweating or anything like that. But this is a Shakedown, so this is where I learn this type of things when I'm going back tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter if I do sweat, because then I can wash them and I'm just hiking out anyway. So not a huge hike, but a huge hike to learn about my hammock setup, to set everything up, to cook my own meal with my stove, to make sure all that worked and everything, to really shake that stuff down before the AT. So I'm going to bid you all farewell tonight. We're going to do the same back tomorrow to the same place that we started at the Undermountain Trail, to get back to our cars in the morning. And I will share that experience with you all. But for now, it has been Stick to Eagle with you all on day 1 of the Appalachian Trail Shakedown hike here in late January. And if you would like to follow along on my AT journey that I will be starting in just over 25 days from now, please be sure to subscribe and like the video if you liked it. And that's all. So embrace the journey and happy trails. Oh yeah, I also have an Instagram account if you are interested in following as well. That is called @StickToEagle also. So subscribe if you want to follow along. Happy trails, embrace the journey. So long, you all. Good night.